Dishonored 2 is out this week, and needless to say, Tam is pretty excited.
Oscar actually hates Lucy. Lucy writes Overwatch fanfiction.
Tam! Firstly, Roadhog and May are supposed to be together, and secondly, give me that.
Tamor goes commando for 3 out of 5 days in a working week.
I like the freedom, damn it.
Anyway, it turns out that along with the awesome gameplay, beautiful setting, and the greatest NPC chatter ever written,
should we gather for whiskey and cigars tonight?
Never doubted.
its cast totally rivals most blockbuster movies. So for Dishonored 2, they've actually upped the ante, adding Rosario Dawson, Sam Rockwell, and Pedro Pascual to the mix, which got us thinking. So here's 6 other celebs that totally snuck into our favorite video games.
If I was a birdie, I would do that. Yes, I would. And dear, is that you, my dear husband?
As I mentioned, Dishonored probably has the most high-profile video game voice cast since 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. Hit girl Chloe Grace Moretz as Emily Caldwin, Wormtongue Brad Dourif as Piero, and Cersei Lannister as Callista Kurnow. But probably the biggest name on the list is the Academy Award-winning Friends cameo queen. Damn it, Janet, it's Susan Sarandon.
They say he's in league with the outsider, and that he won't rest until everyone in Dunwall is dead.
Game director Harvey Smith said, "We had 2 people that we would absolutely love to play that character, and she was the one who responded." Jesus, if Sarandon was the one who said yes, was the other one like Meryl Streep? Actually, I'd play that. Anyway, it turns out Sarandon was the perfect choice to play Granny Rags, the creepy blind lady who lives on the streets of Dunwall after a fall from grace. Which was partly spurred on by the fact that she dabbled in black magic, killed her husband, and used his bones to make those runes and bone charms that you have to collect in the game. But I digress. My favourite bit about Granny Rags wasn't that she cared for animals, or that she was a welfare activist who just wanted to clean up the streets. It was that she had her own theme tune that was really bloody catchy.
Granny, 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 you can't because you're dead.
They're gone.
Idris Elba is East London's hottest Hollywood export since Alfred Hitchcock, or as I like to call him, Hitchy.
You might know him as Stringer Bell in The Wire, Luther in Heimdall in Marvel's MCU, or more recently as the voice of Shere Khan in Jon Favreau's The Jungle Book. But did you know? Idris Elba was also in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. He voiced Truck, one of the members of Delta Force. What do you mean you don't remember him? He was right by your side during the whole game. He even sacrificed himself to save you and Captain Price during the fight against Makarov. He died for you.
Okay, fine. Idris Elba's role in Modern Warfare 3 wasn't exactly memorable.
He had lines such as,
Got some casualties here, it's Onyx team.
and
I need an evac for 3 casualties.
then
They're gone.
a sad story told in 3 acts. Elba says he got the gig because Infinity Ward were fans. Yeah, we're sure money and marketing potential wasn't at all a factor. But to his credit, he says he's a keen gamer and a fan of the series. It's just a shame that he wasn't given a more interesting character.
And let's all be honest, his talents were severely underused. I mean, watch this clip of him talking about Truck. It's like he's been shown a picture of a generic soldier and told to improvise a backstory. Okay, Idris, what's his name?
Truck.
Cool. Tell me, what's he like?
You know, a real sort of straightforward guy.
Straightforward, I like it, not too much to think about. Point, shoot, excellent. So what's he like on a night out?
Stand-up guy, but they're all stand-up guys, but he's a bit more straight down the line.
He looks swell. And what about in battle?
He's a tough character, tough cookie, you know.
Brilliant, I love cookies. Put him in the game, lads.
Hey, bro, you're out of line.
Sorry.
Was this like a date?
Back in 2012, Emma Stone was firmly on the rise. After star turns in movies like Easy A and Zombieland, the only logical next step would be to appear in
an open-world action-adventure video game?
And so she appeared in Sleeping Dogs, appearing as an American tourist slash blog writer slash kung fu fan, Amy Cartwright.
You take her on 2 dates, which lasts all of 10 minutes in actual gameplay, in one of which you take her on a brief tour of Hong Kong, culminating in an awkward run-in with your old kung fu teacher. On the other, you basically become her Instagram husband while she poses for pictures for her blog.
Come on, Way. If Jay-Z can do it for Beyonce, you can do it too.
But alas, despite being all over the cast reveal trailer, she's actually barely in the game. Which is a shame, but it definitely did wonders for her career.
Before she became the Oscar-nominated Emma Stone, she was Best Performance by a Human Female VFX Award-nominated Emma Stone. Seriously.
You know, you're really sweet, but now's not the right time.
What's up, guys?
Neil Patrick Harris may be most famous for being a tiny doctor and popularizing a slightly irritating catchphrase.
It's gonna be legendary.
It's gonna be legendary. It's gonna be legendary. It's gonna be legend. Wait for it.
But to me, he will always be Carl Jenkins, shooting bugs in Starship Troopers, or one of the most annoying boss fights in Saints Row 2. DJ Veteran Child is a lieutenant in the gang the Sons of Samedi, as well as a triple platinum DJ, radio host and drug dealer, which couldn't really be further from the charming chap behind the character. The character returns as a simulation in Saints Row 4, where you pretty much have to play the same annoying boss fight. But it's hard to stay angry at him with those dulcet tones.
Yeah, like that's gonna happen.
It's a shame we don't see Mr. P. Harris in more video games. I could totally see him as a mild-mannered scientist in the next Mass Effect. It would be legend. Wait for it, and I hope you're not lactose intolerant because this next part is going to contain...
Dairy. No. Legendary.
Hello there. Traveling all alone in these treacherous times.
Peter Serafinowicz, who you may know as Darth Strawberry from Star Wars Episode 1, is a huge fan of Dark Souls. In his own words, while people were getting hooked on Breaking Bad, his drug of choice was From Software's dark fantasy RPG. Clearly a man of refined gaming tastes.
It's just the most enjoyable experience I've had playing video games. To the point that it's ruined other video games for me.
So imagine how happy his little face must have been when From Software asked him to be in the sequel.
In Dark Souls 2, he plays mild-mannered Pate, a treasure hunter that on the surface seems nice enough, but keeps sending the player into deadly traps. It turns out that he's a bit of a trickster that walks the line between friend and foe. Serafinowicz does a great job of sounding friendly, but also giving all his lines a sinister undertone.
Thank you very much. I will return the favor one day.
Serafinowicz did a great job in Dark Souls 2, and personally, I'd like to see him do more video game work. He's clearly got a knack for it. He could be a knack too, still knackered.
While the Fable franchise certainly had its foibles, it still remains one of my all-time favourite gaming series.
The eccentric world, the monsters, the quests, and the wonderful characters, who are apparently voiced by nearly every bloody British actor there is. John Cleese as Jasper.
You've a new mask, an exciting mix of daring and dashing.
Michael Fassbender as Logan.
This is my Albion.
Stephen Fry as Reaver.
These pitiful men are not a patch on my old bloodstone pirates.
Sir Ben Kingsley as Sabine.
I am Sabine, elder of the Dweller tribe.
Simon Pegg as Ben Finn.
Ow! It's like being hit by a frozen sock!
And Zoe Wanamaker as Teresa.
Sabine is a good man.
All wonderful, talented actors that lend their voices to the fabulous world of Fable, creating a kind of virtual West Country feel.
The warmth that some of these actors lent to their roles, as well as the dread that others portrayed, created a world and a cast of characters that I spent dozens of hours getting lost in.
In a perfect world, maybe we'd get a Fable 4 starring such talent as, I don't know, maybe Benedict Cumberbatch, Karen Gillan, John Boyega. It's just a shame the third one was such a chicken kicker.
So there we are, 6 A-list celebs that totally snuck into our favourite video games. For more videos like this one, make sure to like and subscribe to GameSpot, and we'll see you next week.